Hey YouTubers, this is Layla Dom, and of course you know last night's video, well, of my 74 Ford Econoline, which is still where it is from last night. Here, let me give you a better look, and I'll show you that in a second. So, that's pretty much what it is now. I actually started doing the painting for the side paneling for the doors. Well, did the edges. I'm waiting for it to dry before I do a second coat. But I am going to give you a little short tip for those who are trying to make like a nostalgic or vintage model kit. Being a female and being, you know, in this aspect of creative, it doesn't, whether or not if you're male or female, and you want to make a vintage version of the 74 Econoline, a few things or a tip you should know. If you really want to make it really psychedelic and you want to have a different color rather than what the kit really tells you what color you should paint it, some people think it's a crazy idea. Others think, okay, you know, it seems like cool. But what I recommend, if you ever buy a model van kit, any type of model van kit where it's got the bed, what I would recommend, if you're trying to do a custom version of your own, whether let's say like a female model builder wants to build a van based on girl, or you have a guy who wants to build theirs the way they want to build theirs. The big distinction is when you do this, and this helpful tip will help with some decorative ideas for a model van, like what I'm going to do with my Ford Econoline from last night's video. I do want to put this out here that the best trick, though it may be silly to some, but this is also very helpful if you really want to bring it vibrant more inside a model van with the working doors and so on and so forth. So, what I would recommend doing is you go to a regular grocery store or like a beauty salon, and I would recommend, for whatever color you're going to use, to get nail polish. This one is this one here is from Sally Hansen. It's a complete saloon manicure. This color I'm going to be using for the pillows is a Mardi Grape. And yeah, Mardi Grape. And why I'm suggesting this nail polish color is because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with one of these pillows. And I'll show you how it's done. So first off, you kind of take, take my ring off. You take the nail polish bottle, try to keep it upright as much as you possibly can. Give it a little bit of, just rub your hands back and forth on it so the color and everything else, don't shake it, because then you'll have bubbles. So you just roll it in your hand like so. And you do it for like a little bit. You don't have to do it too much. But when you get done, what you do is, as I'm doing here, is I'm unscrewing the cap. The reason why I'm not going to use a primer for the pillows is because there's a reason for this. I take a very little bit, or try to take off a little excess just in case, because you don't want to have anything run. Then what I do is I put this aside so I don't knock over the nail polish, which you'll have a mess if you just kind of have it right next to you. So what I'm doing is I'm gradually going to be putting some nail polish on a pillow. Now it's going to take a few coats, but believe me, by the time you get done, you will have, well, as I'm going along, but nail polish dries really quick. It's kind of like working with almost like enamel paints, as if you were building a model car or painting them. Now what I did is I used some tweezers to hold in the pillow, so when I do this, I just gotta get a little bit more of the nail polish, get that situated a little bit, go around the corners, around the edges, cover as much as you can because it's going to take several coats. Now, I know to some people this is kind of like a really strange way of making something look like it's psychedelic, but in the long run, this sort of thing will help. And whether or not if you're, your first time model building or what have you, but when you do this sort of thing, when you paint it, and you get these colors in, it's like I said, do a couple of coats and you'll be fine. As you see what I'm doing, of course it's going to look uneven because it's the first coat. However, the more you let this dry, the better chances of the coat application will actually be. I know there's guys out there who don't really use nail polish because they think, well, nail polish for a model because, it might make me look girly if I have nail polish on my shelf. Well, I'm not going to try to, I mean, everybody's different in their own way of model building. But this is kind of a helpful hint, more like a helpful tip to show you that you do a couple of coats. And what we do is wait for this overnight to dry before you do another coat. And why I'm saying this is because you'll have, like right now, this is what it'll look like, with the first coat. But just remember, if you're going to use like any type of tweezers, I recommend getting these curved ones because they'll actually help. And when you do them, you also want to make sure you leave like enough hole room so you can put the little tip of the tweezer into the pillow. The reason why I recommend this little helpful tip is people generally don't do psychedelic colors, or therefore they don't want to do them. Which I normally will leave this down here overnight because I'll have to do another coat. So you just want to wait. I mean, like most people would wait a while for nail polish strap and stuff, but for me it's like I want to make sure that the color itself actually stays overnight. The reason why I recommend that is because it's to me it's vital. Because I'm trying to do this I know it's my own van, but I'm not making it for a contest, so I just kind of want to bring it out there. And also, another little quick thing, this video's not going to be long. I'm pressed on time today. Sadly to say, I know some of my fellow subscribers just saw a clip of me playing Godzilla. And what I'm going to end up doing today is I actually have to go out. I have some stuff I have to do. But, because I'm on a time schedule, so I probably maybe have about 15 minutes to show on the video. The other thing I am also going to point out is now that the sides of the doors are dry, now I can actually do let me drink a little bit of my coffee because I've been having a hard time getting up this morning. But I will show you another neat little trick. Let's put the pillows and everything to the side so I don't get them with this paint. So pretty much what I do is I grab a couple of things here. A couple of painters and just kind of go with applying a second coat. Usually a second or third coat on these doors will normally help with the appearance of a 1970s version. It's like I said in my other video last night, there's going to be a lot of footages that will be shown on other techniques I will be bringing up in the next few videos. Given the fact that now I've, after so many years of hiding, or I shouldn't say hiding, but just not doing model building, I'm starting to slowly get it back. But along the way, after my little model building hiatus, I actually learned a few new things. So, of course, that's my phone going off because I got a notification. It is what it is, but right now I'm not going to be focused on notifications. But I will show some helpful hints. I'm actually using the X-Acto blade to push the door over, the part of the padding of the door. However, pretty cool. I'm pretty like stoked up getting some stuff done. It's like I said, there's like so much to do. Trying to get this van done before a deadline come by, whatchamacallit, by October, because I have a couple projects I have to get done by October. However, I'm going to be hosting, for the next, hopefully for like the next month or so, I'll be hosting 1 hour, 1 hour shows to exactly what I do. And then this way, anybody who decides to pick up a hobby knife, glue, and a model kit, then, then you can know exactly. I mean, there's other channels besides mine who they'll teach you how to weather model kits. But for me, it's like, it's all about the psychedelic. It's all about keeping everything under the rule of thumb, model building. I mean, there's other model builders besides me. You can go check out their channels, get ideas. But for me, I do the throwbacks to my childhood because to me, it's fun, it's fascinating, and I get to relive it and do it a lot better than I did when I was a kid. Henceforth, not making glue bombs. But yeah, other than that, now we got two doors. We got the second coat on both of the side doors for the van. Now we're gonna let those sit. I just hope this video was helpful on showing you what to do with the nail polish. Like I said, it's not for everybody if you want to do nail polish or not, and some people normally do. Where did I put my... Of course. I tear it up and I toss it in the trash can. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm hoping that this video would show you how creative you can get with just using nail polish. On a pillow or whatever you want to use on the car. If you want to make it like out of the ordinary, shit, have at it. That's what the whole thing about model building is for. You don't have to... you don't really have to... What I'm saying is you don't have to stick to the basics. So, this is Layla Donovan signing out. And if you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments, whatever you want to do. So, till then, this is Layla Donovan saying bye-bye.